Hello everyone, welcome back to another lesson of contemporary issue in business management. By the end of the video, students will be able to understand what is the blue ocean and the red ocean strategy. More specifically, why the blue ocean strategy will make the competition irrelevant by creating an uncontested market space. In addition, we are going to answer about what are the path and the analytical frameworks that allows the company to formulate and execute the blue ocean strategy. Now, if we imagine ourselves as a fish, then the blue ocean strategy is more like a convenient and peaceful marketplace. While the red ocean strategy is more like there is a lot of the fighting and the competitions. Now, before we go deep into the blue ocean strategy, I would like to thank these two authors. They are Chang Kim and Renee Mobone. Chang Kim and Renee Mobone is the author of the blue ocean strategies. They believe that companies will be able to earn more profit by innovation but not competition. And they believe that innovation has a formula and is not a random. Therefore, they spent 15 years to research on the topic of blue ocean strategies. So what is blue ocean and red ocean strategies, by the way? Let's talk about the marketplace first. If a company is operating in a known marketplace, then the company is competing in the red ocean strategies. On the other hand, if a business is operating in an industry that is not existing today, then the company is operating their business in the blue ocean strategy. In terms of a customer, if a business or an industry is operating or competing with the existing customers, then they are operating with the blue ocean strategy. On the other hand, for the blue ocean strategy, it suggests that companies should go and operate and focusing on the non-existing customers. And in that way, they will be able to generate more opportunity to get a higher profitability growth. Moreover, if a companies are competing in the same industry, targeting the same customer, and as more and more company join, the marketplace will get crowded and more crowded. Also, in that case, each company will need to outperform each other, and the competition will turn into the red ocean bloody strategy. However, if a company is not stepping on other people's foot and they are operating their business and targeting their customers that nobody targets, then in that case, the competition will be irrelevant for them. To visualize the customers better, let's have a look at the following picture. In terms of the customers, we have the existing customer and three other tiers of the non-customers. The red ocean strategy competes in the current market and they are focusing on the customers that are already exists in your industry. The tier 1 non-existing customer are called the soon-to-be customers. So they are the customers that buying product in the same industry but they are buying from the other companies. Given the right offer and the opportunity, they are very likely to switch to your product if you have a good blue ocean strategy. The second tier of the non-customers are called the refusing customers. They are the customers that perhaps already have some brand loyalty with other companies in your industry. And the third tier of the customers are called the unexplored customers. So these are the customers that does not even buy any alternative product from your industry. When we talk about the customer, they doesn't need to be the end consumer. Some of them can be the reseller and some of them can be the distributors as well. The demand for your product will be unlocked once that you are operating in the blue ocean strategy and you come out with the new product or services that are able to satisfy people needs that is not available in the existing industry or market. So how good exactly is the blue ocean strategy? Young Kim and Rainy Boboni, they study over 30 industry for over 100 years from 1888 to year 2000. They found the majority of the business launch, they actually are operating in the red ocean strategy, and only 14% of them are operating in the blue ocean strategy, that is creating the new product or services that satisfy the untouched needs of the customers. However, when we talk about the revenue, even though 86% of the business are operating in the red ocean strategy, the overall revenue, the red ocean strategy only accounts for 62%, while for the companies that are operating in the blue ocean strategy, even though there are only 14% over, however, they take an overall of 38% revenue. What is even more interesting is the impact on the profit. So once again, even though 86% of the business are operating in the red ocean strategy, however, in terms of the total profit, they only accounts for 39%, while this 14% of the companies that are operating in the blue ocean strategy, they have a profit that occupies 61% of the total profit of each industry on average. So let's look at an example. There is a study from the government in the year 2008 showing that the sales of the Nintendo before releasing the Wii, there is a massive decrease in their sales of games and the consoles. For the students who are not very sure what is Nintendo, then if you put the word Nintendo in Google, then these are the games and the consoles that you will see from online. As we can see from the graph, the sales of the Nintendo drops from around 2.6 million units of sales for the games in 2003 and down to around 1.5 million units of games in the year 2008. And similarly for the consoles, it drops from nearly 500,000 units of consoles and down to around 200,000 units of consoles in year 2008. Once again, I would like to remind the students these are the sales of the Nintendo without the Wii. As we can see from the graph, it drops significantly from the year 2004 and to 2005, and luckily in the 2006 onward, there is a slight increase. One of the main reasons is because in the 2006, Nintendo actually released the console Wii. So as you can see from this graph, when the Nintendo released the Wii, the sales of the games actually grows from less than 1 million into around 40 million in 1 year from 2006 to 2007, and it grows to around 180 million in 1 year from 2007 to 2008. Similarly, for the consoles, it also grows from millions units of consoles in 2007 and also grows to around 40 million units of console in 2008. Before we carry on our lesson, there is a very short question that I would like to ask the students to perform the answer in their mind. So compare with the Nintendo GameCube in the year 2001 and the Nintendo Wii in the year 2006, how many of you think that the Nintendo GameCube in 2001 actually has a better performance? And how many of you think that the Nintendo Wii in the 2006 actually have a better performance? And lastly, how many of you think that or expect that both of them should have a similar performance in terms of their consoles. Now, in reality, in terms of the performance, when the Nintendo released their Nintendo 64 to Nintendo GameCube, there is actually an increase in the performance of the consoles. However, when they release the consoles for the Nintendo Wii, the Nintendo Wii's console's performance is actually lower than the Nintendo Cube. How many of you got this correct? Okay, so we mentioned that the performance of the Nintendo GameCube is better than the Nintendo Wii. What do you think is the price for the Nintendo GameCube and the Nintendo Wii? Which one do you think will be more expensive? How many of the students think that the Nintendo GameCube in year 2001 is more expensive after adjusting for the inflation? And how many students think that the Nintendo Wii is more expensive? And lastly, how many students think that they might have a similar price? Now, surprisingly, in reality, even though the Nintendo GameCube has a better performance, however, the price of the Nintendo Wii is a lot more expensive than the Nintendo GameCube. The main reason is because in the year 2006, Nintendo Wii actually provided the players or the gamers with the gaming experience that other consoles are not able to provide at that moment. And that creates the blue ocean strategy. Okay, so let's have a look at very specifically on how Nintendo Wii that year in year 2006 created the blue ocean strategy. In 2006, three of the most popular gaming consoles are Wii, PS3, and Xbox 360. As we can see from the line graph, the lines that are in the gray line with a diamond shape that represents the Wii, and then the black line with a triangle shape that represents the PS3, and then the gray line with a square shape that represents the Xbox 360. As you notice, both PS3 and the Xbox 360, they have the function to play DVD in their gaming console. However, this function is not available in the Nintendo Wii. Also, you might notice that the processor quality and the graphics for the Nintendo Wii is significantly lower compared to the Xbox 360 and especially to the PS3. However, the Nintendo Wii satisfies the customers with more accessories, more opportunity to play with the family and friends, more opportunity to perform fitness and sports in the gaming console, more background compatibility, and then higher chance for them to able download online games, and also they have the wireless controller. And one thing in the meantime is that they are selling the consoles at a lot higher price as well. In addition to that, if you can see from the graph, there are two main areas that only Nintendo Wii can satisfy the customer. The first one is the Nintendo Wii allowed the customer to characterize their own character. And then the second option is that there is a motion sensor controller, meaning everything that it will tracks your movement enable to play the game. So if you are playing tennis, for example, you literally have to swing your arm enable to play the Nintendo Wii tennis game. Now the blue ocean strategy is this. In order to create a new value curve, there are 4 actions that needs to be taken. First, the business have to think whether is there any factor that they can eliminate. After they eliminate that part of the cost is that they can either contribute more to their own existing profit or they can share the cost and reduce the price to the customers. In Nintendo Wii's case, they remove the DVD for the customers because the customer does not really necessary to buy a gaming console to watch DVD for the movies. Usually the people are buying the gaming console because they want to play the game, not to watch DVD. Second action to create a new value curve is that there are some of the factors that they need to reduce from the existing industry. Now, in Nintendo Wii's example, they are reducing the processor quality and the graphics. The main reason because Nintendo Wii are focusing more on the tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3 non-existing customers instead of fighting with the PS3 and the Xbox 360 from the existing gamers. Eliminating and reducing alone will not able to provide enough value for the customer. There are some of the factors that they need to rise beyond the current industrial standards. In Nintendo Wii's example, they allowed the customers to have more accessories for their consoles. They have more games for the players to play with their family and with their friends. They have more contents and more games that allows people to just download it online at home instead of going to the shops and try to buy the games that they want. And lastly, they have the wireless controller which give the people a lot more convenience to play whenever they want. Lastly, and the most importantly, is that the company will need to create some factors that are not that the current industry is not able to offer. If we summarize everything from the previous line graph into a table, then this is how the table should look like. For the first action, Nintendo Wii, they eliminated the DVD playback because for their customers, they are not buying the consoles to watch the DVDs and movies. And then the second action is that Nintendo Wii, they reduce the processor quality and the graphics. Once again, for Nintendo Wii's target customer, they does not require very high processor quality and the graphics. Because Nintendo Wii target customers are not just the male teenagers. They are actually also targeting females at all ages, and they are also targeting for the elders for the game consoles as well. In this case, Nintendo Wii's tier 1 non-existing customers are the young kids, and the tier 2 refusing customers perhaps are the females, and perhaps they are playing the Candy Crush. And for the third tier of non-existing customers are the elders who might not even know what are the 3 most popular consoles in the world. The third action that Nintendo Wii took is that they raised the quality of the hardware accessories, the wireless controller, social gaming, fitness and sport background compatibility, and also the amount of web downloads and online playing. And the fourth action, which is the most important action, is that Nintendo Wii created something that PS3 and Xbox 360 not able to offer. The first one is that they have the motion sense controller, which means that in order to play the games, it actually follows how your body moves the controller. And secondly, the thing that they created is that they allow the player to customize their own characters instead of the character that is already designed by the game. We look specifically into the effect of the Nintendo Wii Blue Ocean strategy. You can see from this graph is that in the year 2008, the sales of the Nintendo Wii in every quarter, they are almost 2 times higher than the sales of the PS3. And also, as we can see from this line graph, from the black one who represents the Nintendo Wii, it outgrows very quickly its competitor for the PS3 and the Xbox 360. In the Blue Ocean strategy book that is written by Kim and Boboni in year 2005, they mentioned that companies are able to simultaneously pursue the differentiation by providing superior buyer value and at the same time a lower cost. To provide the superior buyer value, the company can increase some of the factors compared to their competitors in the industry. And more importantly, they have to create some elements that the industry currently are not able to offer. And to reduce the cost, it can be done by eliminating the factors that is not very important for their target customers, or reducing some of the factor that their buyers do not value highly. Once they meet the first two criteria and they reach a higher sales volume, that generates an economy of scales which helps to further reduce the cost of the production. To summarize everything in this video, in any given industry, if the companies are constantly looking to increase the value and to cut the costs to compete with their existing competitors, then they are operating in the red ocean strategy. And in that case, what's going to affect is that there will be more competition, and with more competition, it is going to affect or reduce the profit margin for every companies in the industry. A more successful strategy is that companies should try their best to get out of this red ocean strategy and focus more on the wants and the needs of the non-existing customers in order to create a blue ocean strategies. And as usual, I would like to end this video with a practice exercise for the students. The task for this video is this. In this video, we have talked about the Nintendo Wii who performed the blue ocean strategy. And the task for the students is to look after other companies that also perform the blue ocean strategy, and I would like you to write down which are the 4 actions that are taken by that company to perform a new strategy canvas. In addition to these 4 actions, I would like the students to draw the strategy canvas for that other company that you search and draw their line graphs. Don't forget to save everything into a PowerPoint format and upload them to the Study Smart. For now, I would like to thank every student for watching this video. I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you in next one.